Hi, friends. I'm Joe Webb. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm the founder of New Wineskins, an alternative online faith community for spiritual exiles. I'm also a member of the advisory team for Justice and Jubilee, a liberation movement rooted in progressive Christianity and born in West Virginia. Together, we're excited to bring you this brief Christmas message of incarnation. For us, the birth of Jesus of Nazareth is not just a religious observation, but the beginning of a story about overturning the powers and principalities of empire. It's a counter-narrative to a culture of exploitation and oppression. It's an account of embodiment, of the presence of the divine within the material, of the inherent holiness of everyone and everything. As you celebrate this time with the people you love, may this short visual liturgy awaken and inspire you to acts of justice and mercy, to solidarity with the marginalized among us, and to liberation for all.
God in solidarity. God takes on flesh and joins life in the struggle. This is what radical solidarity feels like. Lives and souls and bodies entangled, risks and possibilities shared. We're in this together. The mess, the beauty, the work. Don't be afraid to feel hopeful. God's promises are kept. God won't opt out or turn away. God won't give up when things get tough. God won't defend power or privilege or institutions or tradition at the expense of freedom or love or liberation or your worth. God's witness is birthed at the margins. God knows what's at stake. Let all who are weary rejoice. All of evil's deceptions will be revealed, and fear of unjust powers will cease. The liberating one now dwells among us, calling upon hearts from all walks of life to open, to take courage, to soften, to release. Behold, the sacred enfleshed reveals the way of love.
In those days, an order went out from the empire, from the oligarchs and power brokers, the coal bosses and prison wardens, the politicians and religious nationalists, all the protectors of privilege. And the order said, "Go back to where you came from and apply for registration. We alone will decide who is and is not worthy."
So Joseph and Mary, the unmarried immigrants, made their way to the border. And upon arriving, the time came for Mary to give birth to their child. But since they had no documentation, there was no place for them to go but a shanty on the edge of town with no floor, no heat, and no running water. When the baby arrived, they cut off bits of fabric from their own clothing and wrapped the child as best they could to keep the newborn warm and safe. Finding some loose bits of wood, Joseph, a construction worker by trade, crafted a makeshift cradle. He built a fire in a metal trash bin with the rest of the wood to keep them from freezing, but it soon burned down to ash.
Behind a nearby convenience store, some laborers from the farms and mines and retail stores had gathered between the night shifts to share a drink and a smoke. Suddenly there was a presence among them, something without form, located both everywhere and nowhere. They were at once terrified and fascinated, frozen in place. And a voice said, "Control your fear, for you will need it. Something is happening. A new world order is breaking in. It will happen through the one born to the immigrant couple in the shanty at the edge of the village. Go now and see the one through whom love and life are reborn, who will bring justice and liberation for the exploited, the oppressed, the marginalized, and the outcast."
They went to the shanty and found the family, huddling close and shivering in the dark. And in their hearts they suddenly knew that this child would change the world. When they returned to work, they spread the word in whispers and hushed voices. The liberator has arrived. The empire will fall. And all who heard the news were amazed. Mary knew that all they said was true. But she also knew the road to liberation her child was to open would be no easy path. She knew the pain and grief and loss that lie ahead, for she understood that the empire does not easily relinquish what it has not earned. She sighed, held her child close, and rocked the baby gently while Joseph slept. Mary knew.
God around us. Look around. The sacred has collided with the flesh. Holiness incarnates. The Spirit of Christ has come. Wars still rage, hunger persists, white supremacy continues. The joy of Christmas does not shield us from betraying one another, from building walls, from shunning queer love, or normalizing misogyny. And yet, here in the midst of it, God is with us. As close as our own breath, as deep as our longings, as intimate as the love we share, as present as our hunger, our pain, our pleasure, our touch. In the middle of a world swirling with chaos, something new is born. Something that turns us towards each other, that will keep us dreaming of an economy that doesn't profit from the poor, that will make us proud of queering notions of love and relationship, that will give us the courage to disrupt the lies of white supremacy, that will help us stay soft even when things are so very hard, that will remind us how powerful love can be when it is channeled in the direction of collective liberation. Today we are reminded that we don't have to look very far for the source of our hope. We just have to pay attention, close attention. Listening carefully in the midst of all the noise, letting wisdom bubble up from within, moving at the pace of God, not of production. Take courage. Linger in the mystery. Look anew at one another. Christ has come. All flesh shall be set free.